Okay.
So
I've been so excited about ManyChat and everything that we're doing with this and helping people implement this in their uh, marketing plans.
I
So,
think it's very talked about. We've talked about this last week. A lot of people are using it. A lot of people want to use it, but they don't know how to use it. So it kind of came at the right time for us to be doing this. And you know what we like? We like spreadsheets too.
love spreadsheets. Well, I mean, we really put together kind of the whole overarching what do you need in order to be successful with this? What do
Yeah.
what's going to work? And so this was where we figured out in order to make this work with your books, which many of us have vast, backlists, right?
Yeah.
You really need to have all of this stuff figured out and keep track of your trigger keywords, especially because how easy would that be for you to mess up your automation by having the wrong, trigger keyword there? Yeah. So our recommendation is that you take this sheet and if you're going to make your life easier, you just copy it to an existing spreadsheet, which would be your book world domination plan. You add it right in there, and then it should be easy enough for you to copy all of your books
Yeah.
from the one sheet, your backlist organizer, and copy them onto here. And then from there, have your tropes ready. You may want pricing because we've talked about the possibility that you may want to use it for sales. And then you're going to, want the link for where people can get your books so that by having this all organized, it's going to make it so quick for you to update the templates
Yeah.
and, immediately be able to start marketing because
Yeah.
it'll all be there.
Yeah.
Now, so the purpose over here, what is this? Are you using the book as a reader magnet? Is it, one of those buy now where you're just using the selling from within? Are you running like a sale or offering a freebie that's a temporary thing? Then, that kind of thing, put it together. Um, and then, you're going to need to, if it's part of a series, you may want to then link, of course, to the series for like upsell purposes, right? And you're
Yeah.
going to want to make sure you have your trigger word, your keyword, so that when it's at the end, you're saying something like comment whatever in your post. Okay. So you are going to need to, of course, step one is really that you have social posting that you're doing on Instagram. All right. We have given you carousels in the past that you can work with. And so what you would use within the carousel is that the very last page of your carousel would say, comment whatever your trigger word is, so that then when people comment, you have the automation running where it not only will comment for you immediately and say something like, check your DMs, hey book lover, check your DMs, or hey reader, check your DMs, kind of thing, and they will know to go to their DMs, where the automation will be happening behind the scenes, selling your books for you even while you sleep or while you're writing or while you're marketing or while you're editing or while you're doing 100 other things. This is working for you.
I like the idea that that's happening and you don't have to go and do it yourself. I mean, that's what automation is all about, getting the computer systems or softwares to do the work for you. Yes, it takes a bit of time to set it all up.
Mhm,
Absolutely, but that can run for years. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need to, if it's a lead magnet, beginning of a store, or, of a series,
mhm.
you get a lot of mileage out of that.
Exactly. And so this should be super, super simple for you to set up theoretically because you have all the tools in place to do this, including like with some of these automations, we noticed that there's a place for you to really put your book, feature your book, and it can be the same picture that you use as the last part of your last part of your carousel where you just write on it, comment whatever in big letters. All right. Now, we put together, of course, some Canva templates for you.
We haven't
Um,
done this for a while, it seems.
no, we haven't, and it's because um we really like 2023, we gave them templates every single
I
month,
know,
and there were
yeah.
so many templates and everything. And now we've just kind of updated some of the things that we provided as far as offering some, overlays. We have devices now. We didn't used to have devices, and a lot of the devices that you can get in Canva, if you don't have a pro account, they don't look good. They're not very, very pretty if you don't have that. So we have like both flat lays and which is like where you're looking top down, and everything. And we also have the front view where if it's, like as if it was standing up. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can still make it look natural standing up because, for example, you could put it against like a vase or propped up, make it look like it's propped up against like the box or the piggy bank or any number of things, right? So we have some objects that are like front view and some that are looking down, and that will determine which objects you pick. Okay. So for a single, and it's super, super easy to work with these things. Just thought we would give you an example. So you can take something like this, for example, and you just hit copy on it. And then you go down to maybe you want to share a beach read because, it's getting towards the end of summer now. And so you could just put it on, I really should have just like, but whatever. Okay. So anyway, you just pop it on here, you resize it to make it work with what you got going on. And then, you have this, you'd put your cover in and you can say,
Words as well, which is fantastic.
you can say, possibly, assuming, it could be like, oops, all right. Comment beach one. If it's like a beach series or whatever, then you could do something like that very, very easily. And then this is nice big letters. And so it will be easy to read and there, like something like that. And then you have that set up in your automation. So, and then the beauty is that you can use this same last picture, just remove the words, okay? And like make sure that people recognize that this is the one, so you wanted my beach read, this is it. And we provided a bunch of possibilities here for you to play with and work with and have fun. What stuck out to you? What did you like, Christine?
Um, like I always like the overlays with the the food and the pieces of the keys and the diaries and all that kind of thing. I think it makes you could all use the same background, but it will look unique
Mhm,
because you choose what you want on that page. And like I know we've done them in the past, and when we've both done them, they're very completely different to look at.
mhm.
But I do like the backgrounds, I have to say, in this one. I think they're fab, and
Yeah,
some
I
of them
mean,
look quite busy, but they're
mhm,
actually not. Do you know what I mean? You can still see there's a lot of impact on the book.
mhm.
Um,
So yeah, I mean,
yeah,
because you can go within here and you just drop down the key and of course, resize it to make it look, realistic. You can just put this here. You can even, like prop it on it or whatever the case may be. Change the angle, like that kind of thing.
yeah, exactly.
So
There's a lot you can do with them all.
mhm,
Um, and like that, no two will be the same.
exactly. And that
You
was
know?
kind of the purpose behind us giving them so many different things to work with. Um,
Yeah,
so when it's top view, like we tried to, lay out what goes with what. Um, I mean, that could look pretty with, I was like,
yeah,
oh, maybe some flowers, but, um, or, if you're working and you just grab the soda and you put the soda near the thing. So it would look something like this. And you don't have to, like, you don't have to have the whole drink in, you know what I mean? You could just,
yeah,
partially and obscure it or whatever. And then this is going to look completely different from anybody else's because
yeah,
of the word of, the font you choose, the style, the placement of where you're putting everything. So have fun with it. Definitely personalize it, like kind of make it match your brand. We have some darker things that would work great with dark romance. We have like some with obviously built-in mugs and cups and everything already. Because I've noticed that some people do not feel, and it took us a while too to get perspective right, like the size to whatever. And so sometimes it's easier to just put things that are, have it already ready made built in. But a variety of backgrounds, a variety of styles. Um, I guess I can show you an example of what you would do with one that's standing up.
Yeah.
And so you just take the device, and this time, rather than endless scroll, look, she's learning, she's learning. Okay. So there's the drinks. Now, obviously, that looks a little too big. So, you just make it a little bit smaller. And then, this is much closer to, a realistic size. And then again, there's plenty of room for you to put words in. And it also looks really good when you add things around the device. So, for example, on that one, I might put, now this is supposed to be a party. So what would
Do we
I
have to
do? I'm like, do I have anything that would be party like?
No, I looked at one of the bottles of champagne um, in what we were getting them from,
Uh-huh.
but I don't carried anything over for a party.
So let's put,
But
I don't know if I would put it. See, now, like we did, the party was a last minute addition, and now look at us, like messing everything up. I might do, maybe I would just do like a lamp behind it, all right? Just to give it a little something of a pop. And then obviously you resize it and you change the position of it. And so you put it to the back.
no,
Oh, but not totally to the back, because there's actually, yeah. And then you could just do something like
yeah, you
this.
see, it automatically changes the perspective and the look of it.
Hmm. Yep. And so um, while everybody else is out partying, your readers are home reading
Yeah, of
amazing books. There we go. So,
course. What else
yeah.
would we be doing?
All right. Um, so lots of things that you can do with this, lots of ways that you can have fun. Um, and uh, if you need more tips, reach out.
Yeah,
There's so many, and if you're in the membership, then you know that we have given you lots and lots of overlays before, so you can pull from all those different things as well to put to add onto here. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure that we gave you chocolate covered strawberries previously, and what goes great with champagne? Chocolate covered strawberries. So you could like go grab those and stick those near the Kindle, that kind of thing. Maybe, I know we've given you lots of cupcakes. You could like grab a cupcake, there's, great for celebrating. Nothing says I'm celebrating like a cupcake in my world.
yeah.
So, I mean, these are all possibilities.
Definitely.
But have fun with it. And most of all, get organized so that it takes you almost no time at all. Like,
Yeah,
I think that we always rush things.
yeah, I
And
think
what I've learned is that when I pause and I take the time to do things the way they need to be done, and really like, I always talk about one of the hardest things I ever did was setting up when I decided I was going to run ads and I needed to have reviews. And I sat down and I created the whole plan using all of my books, figuring out all their KUN dates and when I could offer them for free so that I could say, hey, it's free right now. Want to grab it, read it, and review it for me. That by doing that, I made more money with all it had cost me was time. I didn't use any spending dollars. I made more money doing that than
yeah,
I did with any of the things that I rushed or like, so take the time, even though it seems like it's going to be this big waste of time. I promise you that if you just take the time and lay out your books and figure out like the tropes and the different ways that you could market it and lay out your keywords, it is going to be so easy for you to duplicate the automations, because all you do is you just keep copying it. You duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. And then you add in the right trigger words, and you just make some teeny, teeny, tiny tweaks, some little tiny modifications to the links and and you're going to be amazed at how
Yeah,
much easier it is for you to generate an income as an author
yeah.
from this. So,
Oh, absolutely. It would definitely bring in more money
mhm.
for sure.
so, and I can't wait to hear about your successes. So please reach out, drop us a little message and say things like, okay, you're not going to believe this. I implemented this and all of a sudden, bam, now, I wake up and discover how many books I've sold every day. And for people who are direct selling,
Mm,
this is going to be life changing because instead of waiting for months on Amazon, you get paid right away.
yeah,
So all I'm saying are the implications here for it to really, really increase your income and simplify your marketing efforts.
yeah,
So
yeah. No,
definitely,
definitely. And I think what we put together is, it's a good variety as well, which is always important for us to do. But no, I think it's good. We've put together a lot there.
absolutely. So have fun with this, put it all together, set it up and make it work. Remember, next week is implementation week. So it would be awesome if you showed up for implementation, sat down with us, and we worked on putting all these things together. All right.
That sounds good.
All right. Have a nice rest of the day. We'll talk soon.
Gotcha. Bye.